Greetings, I'm Jason and welcome to Dude's Comic Haul. This is my weekly video, where I share with you the new books I've picked up today on the greatest day of the week, New Comic Book Day. It's a massive haul of books this week. I've got just a massive pile here that I picked up today. It's getting insane, the amount of books that come out now. I just wonder, is there going to be like a breaking point? Because Image every week seems to bring another new #1. Marvel have more and more plans for more books that are coming out. You've got DC, they're going to do another book that's going to be a third weekly that they're going to be doing. So there's more and more books are coming out all the time, and I just keep wondering, there's got to be at some point, there's got to be a breaking point where like the demand for it isn't as high, and the sales start to decline because people pick and choose what they're going to buy. Anywho, not enough doom and gloom. Let's get into these books. As always, I'm going to do this. I've got some back issues which I'll do last. Then I'm going to start off with the books I got off the shelf, and then there's 16 books that were in my order this week. So first up off the shelf is Black Widow, issue number 9. I'm still not quite sure about this one. I've loved some of the story. Some of the issues have left me a bit. I thought I like the idea of this book, and there's some interesting things there, like the character Isaiah. I'm really intrigued by him. But with Black Widow, it kind of felt we reached this big point with issue 6, and since it's kind of like, seems like the books and the story has regressed. So yeah, that's a bit. But I'm still really loving the art, and you know, I do like the character, so I'm sticking with this bit longer, but I've not put it on my order yet because I'm still not totally convinced by this title. We then have issue number 2 of Grayson. I picked up issue 1 last week of eBay. Really surprisingly enjoyed this. I've never really read much Dick Grayson before. I think I've read little bits of Nightwing here and there, and I've read sometimes when they've done crossovers, but he's not a character I really know that much about. But I really liked the first issue of this. It set up a lot of interesting stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going to go. And I really like the artist Mikhail Yanin as well, so that's always a plus point. And the final book I got off the shelf this week is Hulk vs. Iron Man number 4. I'm not usually a big fan of the bringing out the books like too regular, like weekly or twice monthly. But this was one of those rare occasions where I so enjoyed the last issue and so wanted to see what happened next that I don't mind this coming out 2 weeks in a row. Last issue, Iron Man kind of found out that there was a bigger secret about what he did to Hulk and the Gamma Bomb. So I'm really intrigued and hope we're going to find that out in this issue. And certainly from the cover, it looks like we're going to get some more smackdown from Hulk and Iron Man there. So that's good. Now we're going over to the books that I ordered. We have The Bunker, issue number 5. Really enjoying this series. I did a comic book catch up which you can watch on the first 4 issues if you want to kind of find out a bit more about The Bunker. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one so far. We then have The Superior Spider-Man. I don't know what this is about. It's issue 32. After the last issue was kind of the series finale, now we're back. I don't know how he's come to be again. I believe this is going to lead to the Spider-Verse, whatever that is. But yeah, I had to pick this up. It's a $4.99 book, but yeah, still I had to get that. We have then a Legendary Star-Lord, issue number 2, which I enjoyed the first issue, so looking forward to the second. We then have She-Hulk, issue number 7, which we've got, guess who's back? On art, we have Pulido back on art, so yeah, as much as I complained about his art, I'm glad to have him back. I just, one Wimberley was not my bag. We then have Rocket Raccoon, issue number 2. Enjoyed the first issue of this, so I'm looking forward to that. We have The Punisher. I love that cover. I really do love how they've done that cover. But yeah, this is another book that I've been enjoying, so yeah, look forward to that. We have Thor and Loki, The 10th Realm, issue number 3. This issue, Thor throws down with his sister Angela. I gather it's Angela who is his sister, because somebody else becomes Thor. So, you know, at the moment I'm in that whole vibe of trying to figure out, well, who is it? Who's going to be the one who becomes Thor? We then have Iron Fist, The Living Weapon, issue number 5, which I've been enjoying this. It's written and drawn by the same guy, and I'm just, at the moment, I've got this real thing for books that you've got that entire creative vision. Because no matter how good you are at communicating, if you've got two people doing a book, they're going to each interpret things in their own way. Where when you've got one person who's writing it, who's drawing it, colouring it, just their vision is there. It's just their uninhibited vision, and I'm quite interested in them kind of books at the moment. So yeah, and I'm enjoying the character as well, Iron Fist. We then have Spread issue number 2. Really love the first issue. Lovely usage of colours, and I'm looking forward to where the story's going now, and I'm hoping we're going to get a bit more backstory about what's happened to the world and where the Spread came from. We then have Clone issue number 19, one of my favourite books. This will be right near the top of my pile to read. I just can't say enough good things about this book. If I had one comic book wish, it'd be that more people were reading this, because every issue they just jam so much in. It's amazing. We then have Alex and Ada, issue number 8. Really loving this book. When you consider that there's not that many characters in the book, it's amazing how it kind of gets you and pulls you in and keeps your attention when there's not that much, and shows how well written the book is, that you can have so few characters yet the book never feels boring, nothing ever feels like it's dragging, everything's constantly moving forward. And yeah, a bit of a different book, but I'm really enjoying that one. We then have Swamp Thing issue number 34. Really enjoyed last issue. It went in a bit of a shocking direction at the end, so I'm really looking forward to see where we're going to go now with this. That should be good. We have Future's End issue number 14. Really enjoyed last week's issue. It was a really good issue, so I'm hoping for more of the same this week. This will be the first book, always the first book I read when this comes out. Green Arrow issue number 34. I'm loving Green Arrow. Sad that we're coming to the end of Lemire and Sorrentino's run, because they've done such a great job of this book, taking a book that was just awful and just changing it into one of the top books in all of comics. They've done a superb job. Another really good cover. I like that, you know. I really do. They do some good covers as well as doing good stories and that. I'm looking forward to this. Always do look forward to Green Arrow. We then have Batman Eternal issue number 18. I'm hoping this one's going to pick up a bit. I've not really enjoyed the last couple of issues. I've just not really been feeling the story. So I'm hoping that we're going to get back to some of the stuff that I really liked. We then got Detective Comics issue number 34, and that's my final book from this week's lot. Really been enjoying the story. The annual was good last week. I just really love Manapul's art, the way they lay it out. You know, wow. Yeah, I really like what they're doing with this book, and you know, I don't mind there being a lot of Batman books, as long as every Batman book does something a bit different. Oh, didn't show you my cup. My wife bought me this when we went shopping. It was only £3 from Tesco. I say only £3, you know. Not that many years ago, if you just said you're paying £3 for a cup, I probably would have gone, what, £3 for a cup? And nowadays it's just, that's the price, and you don't bat an eyelid. It's amazing how quickly we adapt to things and just accept things. Anyway, I picked up some of these. I got behind on these. I was enjoying these, but I got behind. I'm not really a guy that likes books that. I like books that carry on each month. I'm not kind of these anthologies that each have a standalone story. While I like the idea of them and the different creators, it's always something I find that if I add it to my pull list, it's something that I drop, because I'm like, wow, that one doesn't carry on, so I can dip in and out of that wherever. So I'm dipping back in at the moment. So I picked up Batman 66 issue number 5. We also got issue number 6 and issue number 7, and finally this is the latest one, issue number 13. I'm going to read these. If I enjoy them, I may add them to my pull list again, but yeah, I was enjoying them way back when. A bit of light relief. It's a different Batman, you know. And that's the thing I've said. I don't mind there being loads of different Batman books, as long as they all do something different, you know? Like, you've got Detective Comics, which is more your detective side. You've got your Batman Eternal, which is your Gotham-wide story. You've then got Batman, which has got Snyder's one, which tends to have long story arcs. You've got Batman and Robin, which is your team-up book. And you've got Batman 66, which is the book 60s book, where it's a kind of a lighter take on Batman, which is cool. So I don't mind a load of Batman books. It's the same with the Avengers. As long as each book's doing something a bit different, then I can live with it. Anywho, that's me done for this week in my comic haul. I will be back hopefully some point over the weekend with my reviews. It's going to be a nightmare this week review wise. I mean, it's 19 new books I picked up this week. So yeah, that's going to be quite a mission to get through those and to do a review on them. You know, you're talking about probably I'd have to take a minute per review, and then it would be about a 20-minute video. Otherwise, we're going to be a marathon video. So that's going to be quite of a challenge for me there to keep my video short. But anywho, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please, if there's any books that you've picked up this week that you're especially excited about that I've missed out, please share them in the comments below. I think that's pretty much everything to say. I've been Jason. This has been Dude's Comic Haul. Bye for now.